Hey everyone, welcome to Vinyasa Wave. It's Bree here. I hope you're doing amazing because today I have a question for today's wave. I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to kind of think about it as we move through this meditation today. The wave for today is going to be about balance and stability. So, let's backtrack. Yoga is meant to be practiced on and off the mat. So what you do or learn about yourself on the mat, you should be able to take out into your daily life. With that being said, my question for you today is, when things are out of balance, where does your mind go? Does it immediately tell you to bail out? That's it, we're done? Does it kind of hold on for a second and then just get all frazzled? Or is it nice and stable while everything's rocking around you? That's for you to decide. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just something to acknowledge or learn about yourself if you've never even thought of this question before. Anyway, just think about it as you move through today. We will be starting on our backs with the soles of our feet together and just let your knees kind of fold out. So I'll meet you there when you're ready, okay? All right, so if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. So we're starting on our backs with the soles of our feet together and just letting our knees fall out to the side. One hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And just kind of settle in here. If this is too much for you right here in the beginning, maybe put some blocks underneath your knees to kind of, so it's not such a deep stretch before we've even gotten a little toasty yet. And just start to breathe deeply as if you're trying to force your hands up and down with your breath. Let's just get some oxygen moving through that body. And then begin to scan your body. See what you're feeling today. Are we a bit anxious today? Are we a little bit sleepy? Or are we feeling good? Whatever it is, just know that you were meant to be here on this mat right now. Start to deepen your inhales and your exhales. When you're ready, just bring your knees together right into the center, just so we can start doing some gentle knee circles. So your hands are on your knees, just moving your legs in a little circle. Don't get crazy yet. But try to get that connection with your breath early, so move with your breath. So if you're inhaling, bringing your knees towards you, exhaling, opening up to the sides, and then bring them back together. Good, and then reverse. Good. And then pause when you get to the center. Drop your knees down, your feet flat down on the mat. Hands come down to either side. Kind of tuck your shoulders under, your shoulder blades under, so you're flat across the back. And then on your inhale, lift your hips to the sky. So push your ground down with all four corners of your feet to push your hips super high. And squeeze the glutes so we have a nice protected back. And chin is away from the chest. Good. And then exhale, lower down. Knees come into the center, drop your heels out to the side and just hang here for a second. Take the pressure off the low back. Since we're here still in the beginning, take a breath to yourself. Good. Straighten your feet back out so they're nice and straight. And then inhale, lift your hips high, squeezing the glutes, and then pull your chin away. Good. And we're here for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, and then lower down. Good. Take 1 breath. And then quickly lift back up, hips go up, tuck your shoulder blades under, hips go high. From here, maybe move your left foot kind of in the middle a little bit because we're gonna float our right foot off. So you can make your left foot kind of like a kickstand in the middle. And then when you're ready, start to float your right leg off. And then we're here for 3 taps, but you're keeping your hips high. Don't drop them as you lower. So if you start to lower and your hips are lowering, then maybe just do like little taps. Don't go all the way down, okay? So we're up with our hips. We're extending our right leg out. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, brings it up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, tap. Inhale up, good, bring it back down, lower the hips, turn your heels out, knees come together, good, maybe rock your knees side to side. Beautiful. And then straighten the feet back out, roll the shoulder blades under. Inhale, lift the hips again, chin away from the chest. Make sure your shoulder blades are nice and flat. And then this time move your right foot kind of into the center so it's a nice like kickstand for you. And then lift your left leg off the ground. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, bring it flat down, your foot flat down on the mat, and then exhale, lower your hips down. Beautiful job. Good. Turn your heels out, knees come in the center, hands come to prayer right at your third eye, and just hang here for a second. Take a breath to yourself, 1 round of breath to yourself. Let's go ahead and open our practice with a nice sigh out. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. And then release your hands down. Bring your heels back straight or parallel to your mat. And bring your arms in front of you. And then kind of connect them, but leave your index fingers long. So on your inhale, we're gonna lift up for kind of a sit-up, but we're not going forward. You're just lifting the top part of your chest as if you're trying to reach the sky with your pointer fingers. So on your inhale, lift just the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. On your inhale, come up as if we're doing the sit-up, and then your exhale, drop over to your right side. Inhale brings you back through center. Exhale drops you over to the other side. And inhale brings you back through center. And then just kind of move with your breath. It doesn't have to be on my inhales and exhales. We obviously breathe different. So just move. See how your body's moving you today. Good. 2 more. Good. And bring it back through center and then lower your chest down and bring your hands down to the mat. Take 1 breath to yourself again. Good. Bring your hands back overhead, interlacing your fingers, but leaving the index fingers long. And then this time kind of shoot your arms out at an angle. So we're not going directly above us, we're going kind of at an angle. And on your inhale, you're lifting forward to the angles till we sit all the way up. Then your arms come overhead, and then bring them back in front of you, and then lower down gently. Inhale, try not swinging here. You want to stay nice and controlled. So use your inhale to lift you and your exhale to lower you. Inhale to lift, nice and controlled. Exhale, lower. Feet are still planted on the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good job. And release it all the way down. Ooh, I'm like falling off my mat here. Bring your knees into your chest. Tuck your hands underneath your knees. And just begin to rock back and forth. And you're going to keep going until you make it all the way up to the top of your mat in a balancing pose. So we're going all the way up to kind of a balancing chair. So we're on our heels and your hands come to hearts. We're not on our heels, we're on our toes. And our hands are at heart center. Good. And just hold here. Maybe close your eyes if that's okay for you. Or just bow your head. And since this is the first balancing pose or pose testing our stability, let's go back to that question I asked you in the beginning. Where does your mind go? And it's something you can say out loud if you feel okay saying it out loud, or just something you say to yourself. Good. And then inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, drops your right arm down to the floor, left arm reaches over. So we're still balancing, but we're doing a side body stretch at the same time. Use your toes to grip. Inhale, opens the chest even wider. And then exhale, bring the arm back overhead. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, drop your left arm down to the side, right arm reaches over. Inhale, open the chest. And then bring it back over center. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. On your exhale, twist your chest over to your right side. Maybe hook your knee on your your left elbow on your right knee. And then exhale, bring it back through center. And then bring it over to your left side. You're probably getting super wobbly right now, and so am I, and that's okay. That's a good challenge for your mind. You've got this. And then bring your hands back through center. Drop your heels, and then swing your arms behind you just gently and start to lean backwards until your hands fall and meet the mat. And then from there, kind of just get situated and find your reverse table. So hips are nice and high, and our arms are pushing down through the ground. Good. Once you've gotten stable, go ahead and take your left leg over your right. So we're making our figure 4. Hips are still tall for one breath. Exhale, bring the hips down to a seated position first, and then lower all the way back down. And I don't know why I keep hanging off my mat here. And then bring your knees into your chest, maybe clasp your hands on your right knee and just pull here. Feel that nice stretch on the outside of your left leg. You know, as we take a moment here to kind of recollect, let's go back to that balancing pose. Where did your mind go towards the end? Is it because it's still early in the practice that you were okay with all the wobbliness? Will that still be your thought process towards the end. You always want to be mindful of your thoughts, your body, your mind. It all should be one. Good. Release your hands. Bring your foot back down to the floor. So we're still in the figure four, but my right foot's meeting the floor. And then sit all the way up, still in your figure four, and then drop your feet over to your right side until your left foot meets the floor. And then kind of just sit all the way down till both butt bones meet the floor. And then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, drop over to your left side. Your right elbow hooks on your left knee, and left arm reaches behind you. Maybe gaze goes over left shoulder. Keep inhaling and lengthening. And your exhales, you're deepening into those spaces you've created. And release the bind. Float your right hand to the back of the mat. Keeping your left foot where it is, step into your left foot until you make it into this kind of funky side plank. And then your left arm is into the sky. Your exhale drops your hips and your left arm down. And then inhale, lifts your hips back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. And inhale up. Send your left foot back to meet your right foot. I kind of stagger my feet because it's easier for me, or it's like more comfortable in my body. So if you want to stagger your feet, you definitely can. And then exhale, drops your left arm to meet the mat till you find plank, and then lower down to kind of an up dog, but you're floating your thighs off the mat. And then exhale, rolls you over to side plank on your left side. We're going around again. Exhale, drop your right arm down to the floor. Find your floating up dog. Inhale, back over to side plank. Take a breath here. And then on your exhale, step your left foot all the way to the top of the mat to meet your right hand. And then left arm comes down to frame your left foot. So we're here in a runner's lunge. Keeping your core nice and active. We aren't collapsing down on our thigh. On your inhale, you're going to take your arms overhead and send it to the other side of the mat till you find revolve side angle. So inhale, lift the chest, keep twisting, 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 and then we find revolve side angle. So my left arm is down on the floor, right arm is to the sky. Good. From here, send your inhale sends your right arm forward. Exhale, circles it back, opening your chest. And then your inhale brings it back forward again. Beautiful. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, send it forward. Exhale, open the heart. And then frame your top foot. Beautiful. Drop your left knee, untuck your left toes. Send your hips back for half split. Inhale, halfway lift here. On your exhale, step your left hand to the right side of your right foot, and your right arm goes to the sky. So we're here kind of in a revolved half split. Again, practicing our balancing and stability. Where did your mind, or what did your mind immediately tell you when I told you to step your left hand over? Did you try it? Did you try it and then bail out saying no thanks? What did you do? Again, all these questions, they're just questions. There's no right or wrong answer. Good, and release, frame your foot. Send it back to your low lunge. Tuck your left toes, bring it up to your runner's lunge, and then step it all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale brings you back to a straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, find plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good job. This is the first down dog of the wave. So just start to find some movement here. See what feels good for you today. Maybe rocking your hips. Coming up on your toes and then lowering. Good. And then find stillness. Send your gaze forward. On your exhale, jump all the way to the top of the mat. On your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then drop your hips all the way down and then come up to your tippy toes. We're here again, hands at heart center. On your inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, open the arms to your left side. And then inhale, bring them back. Exhale, open to your right. Good job. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Good. Bring your hands back to heart center. Drop your heels down. Float your hands behind you until you find a reverse table. Find your stable spot first, and then bring your right foot over to your left for your figure four. Hips stay up for a breath. And then exhale, drop the hips down, and then lay all the way back. Bring your knee into your chest, interlace your hands over your left knee, and pull gently to find that stretch. Feel that nice stretch on the outside of your right hip this time. Maybe close the eyes and send your breath to the outside of your right hip. Help create space in that area. And release the bind. Plant your left foot down on the mat. Sit all the way up. You can use your hands to help you so you can stay in your figure four. And then drop your feet over to your left side till your right foot meets the floor. And then rotate all the way down to your both butt bones meet the floor. On your inhale, arms come overhead, gaze goes up. On your exhale, drop your left knee to your right elbow and send it behind you. Gaze goes over your shoulder. Keep lengthening that spine. And release the bind. Send your left hand to the back of the mat. Step into your right foot till you find your funky side plank. Right arm is to the sky. If you need to move to the back of your mat so you have more space because you know where we're going now, you definitely can. And then exhale, drop the hips to the floor. Right arm meets the knee. Inhale up. Exhale, drop the hips. Inhale up. Exhale, drop. Inhale up. Exhale, drop last time. And then inhale up. Send your right foot to the back of the mat till you find side plank. If you need to stagger your feet like I do, you definitely can. Exhale, sends your right hand down to the mat, find plank first. Lower the hips down to a hover, maybe untuck your toes, and then bring it over to your side plank on your right side. Exhale, bring it down to a hover. Inhale, lifts to side plank. Beautiful. Here for a breath. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Frame your top foot. Come to your fingertips, pull your heart open. On your inhale, we're doing the spin again. So you're lifting your arms and moving to a revolved side angle on your other side this time. So get stable first. Inhale, lift the arms overhead as your chest comes up. Spin the toes till you make it to the front of your mat now. Right arm meets the floor, left arm goes to the sky. We're in revolved side angle. Good. Inhale, sends the arm forward. Exhale, opens the chest. And inhale, brings it back forward. We're moving in kind of an arm circle. With your breath, keep opening that heart. Good. Get your foundation strong when you feel the wobbles start to come in. Good. And bring your left hand down, frame your top foot. Exhale, drop your right knee down. Untuck your left toes. Send your hips back in space. Find your half split. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right hand over to your left side. Left arm goes up to the sky. We're in a revolved half split. This one really tests your balance here. See if you can really press into the ground with all of your contact points. So your heel, your knee, your foot, and find strength to get rid of those wobbles. Good, and release. Frame your left foot. Bend into your left knee, tuck your toes, and then lift your knee off the ground. Step it all the way forward. Find forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, bring it back to standing. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, jump the feet back, find plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, take a breath here. Remember, child's pose is always available to you. Send your gaze forward. On your exhale, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale brings you back to a straight spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Arms come back overhead. Shift your weight into your right foot and start to bring your left foot off the ground so your knee is coming into your chest. Hold it here first. And then when you're ready, on your exhale, send your right hand down to the pinky side of your left foot and then extend it out and find your balance. If you want to just stay right here, you definitely can. You do not need to keep extending the leg out. And then bring it back in. Release your arm overhead. And then exhale, lower down to a one-legged chair. So we're kind of in this flamingo pose. And then bring hands to heart center. And then exhale, step your foot back nice and controlled. Find your crescent lunge. Your hip bones are facing forward. Nice and tall through that spine. And then come up to your tippy toes on your right foot. Good. Lower the heel down. We're going back the same way we came. So on your inhale, step it forward. Find your flamingo one-legged chair. Hands come back to your heart center. And then inhale, lift. Knee comes into your chest. And then open back up to your revolved leg extension. Good. Release your foot down, arms come back overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, jump the feet back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Send the gaze forward. On your exhale, jump, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, stand back up. And then hands to heart center. Good. Shift weight into your left foot. Arms come back overhead. Right leg starts to float off the ground. And then your exhale, send your left hand down this time to meet your right foot on your pinky edge, and then open to your leg extension, revolved leg extension. And then bring it back into center. Hands come to heart center, lower down to your one-legged chair in your flamingo. And then exhale, step it back, find high lunge. Lower down, hips facing forward, and then come up onto your tippy toes on your left foot. Beautiful. Lower the heels, step it back to your flamingo. And then inhale, lift it, knee comes into your chest. Exhale, opens it back up to your revolved leg extension. Good, and then exhale, brings it down. Exhale, cactus the heart open. Inhale, brings it back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, jump the feet back, find plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Send your right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. And then just start to make some circles here with your knee. And then reverse it. Good. And then find neutral. And then on your exhale, step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Find lizard. You can stay here on your fingertips, or you can lower all the way down to your forearms. And just begin to rock here. Start to slow your body down. And then wherever you are, let's come to our fingertips, and then shift weight into your left hand, pick up your back foot, and then maybe grab your foot with your right hand. You should roll your right foot onto the pinky edge, so that's your front foot. Open up those hips. Gaze goes up to the sky. Avoid collapsing into your shoulder down here. Really push the floor away. You still want to stay strong, even though we're trying to get a nice stretch in. You want to stay strong. And release it down. Send your right foot back, and we're doing one vinyasa. Up dog, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. And then begin your circles. And switch directions. And find neutral. And exhale, step it all the way to the top of the mat on the outside of your left hand. And then drop your right knee down, and then lower to what's comfortable for you or what's available for you today. And just start to rock. And then come up to your hands. Shift weight into your right hand, and then pick up your back foot with your left hand. Roll your left foot onto your pinky edge, and then gaze goes up. And release. Step it back for your last vinyasa. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, bring your knees all the way down to the mat. Sit back on your heels and swing your legs around. Come all the way to your back. Knees into your chest. Woo. Arms come out to the side. And then exhale, drop your knees over to your right side. Gaze goes over left shoulder. Start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales again. Slow the mind down, slow the heart down. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, drop knees over to your left side. Gaze goes over right shoulder. Maybe close the eyes. Start to send everything inward. Inhale, back through center, and then exhale, just release it all out. Find your Shavasana. So feet roll out, palms face the sky. Tuck your shoulder blades under so it's nice and flat on your back. And just start to melt away. Just let the thoughts roll past you right now. No more thinking, just breathing. Start to bring awareness back into your body. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers, toes. And then roll over to one side when you're ready. Take a pause there and before sitting all the way up into a cross-legged position. Send your arms out to your knees, but palms facing you this time. Since I did ask a question in the beginning, I kind of want you to send everything inward right now. Close the eyes or bow the head and just take a scan of your body and see what came up for you today between the question and moving through this practice. Did anything new come up? Did you find out anything new about yourself or the way you think? And it's okay if you didn't. It could have just been a workout for you, and that is okay. That's what your body was asking for today, and that's what you gave it. No judgments, ever. Bring your hands to your heart center. And we're going to close the practice with a nice sigh out. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Thank you so much for waving with me today. I hope you had fun practicing your balance and stability and learning a little bit about yourself today. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.